Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm Amy.
And I'm Sarah, and today we're going to be discussing The Problem with Players by Brittainy Cherry.
The first few minutes, we're going to do a brief review of this story without any spoilers. Then we are going to shift into a deeper book discussion that's going to include lots of spoilers, but don't worry, we're going to let you know before we do shift into that deeper book discussion.
That's right. So before we dive in, Amy, tell us what the story's all about.
A baseball romance about a woman who is a high school teams coach, but is blindsided by the news that her ex-boyfriend, who is a retired professional baseball player, is taking on the role as her assistant. There's moments of heartbreak, laughter, and swoon-worthy behavior from the male main character. The story does have some heavy mental health elements, so check your trigger warnings. Sarah, what did you think about The Problem with Players?
Well, I love this story. We're huge fans of Brittainy Cherry, and this story for me just did not disappoint. I don't think I've read a baseball romance before.
I haven't.
It's like we've done all the other sports, I feel like, except for baseball. So I was here for that part of it. I love the second chance romance. I also love that it's a female head coach for a male sport. I really loved that aspect. I thought that was very interesting. And I love these characters. This is the second book in a series that you can kind of follow along the family. You don't have to.
Yeah, I haven't read the first one.
Yeah, I've read the first one, so I already had kind of this connection with this family. So I was already here for it. I love this family. I love this story. What did you think?
I also like the added element that it does start with a little bit of an enemies to lovers vibe, but it's the female main character that is hating on the male main character, has these harbored feelings of enemies to lovers vibes, which I really loved.
As women, as we cling to our grudges, no woman ever would do that.
No way. All right, let's get into our ratings. Angst.
Okay, Angst. This was just a 1.25 for me.
I was close. I did 1.
Yeah, I just didn't feel like there was too much. Yeah, it's just not overly angsty.
It is definitely a drama, but I didn't feel like it was angsty at all.
Agreed.
All right, humor.
Humor. This was a 2.
I did 1.5.
Yeah.
We're close again.
Brittainy Cherry's funny. She has sprinkles of humor throughout, and so I always find those moments really delightful because
I do too.
Yeah, she can take a topic and it can be serious, but it doesn't feel heavy and weighed down. And I think it's because the sense of humor that she's able to write into it.
100% agree. Definitely. All right, spiciness.
Spiciness. This was the 2.
2 for me.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I liked it.
I thought it was very tastefully done.
It was.
Well done,
She
Brittainy.
always does a great job.
All right, tears.
Okay, tears. This was a 2.5 for me.
Okay.
There's, I did cry in this story. There are some things that the characters kind of deal with, and there's some things that happen that just break your heart for this character. And I did cry.
I was a little lower than you. I did 1.5, and it's more about the sadness of the mental health issues that the character deals with than me having actually cried tears. It was just kind of the overall sadness just that kind of correlates with the story for me.
There's some things that she kind of deals with throughout that she's held on to her whole life. And when she brings this part up in the story, I cried. That's where I cried.
That's fair.
Anyway, moving on.
All right, overall.
No spoilers.
Overall,
it was a 4.25 for me.
Me too.
I love this story. It was so good.
It was great. I loved the baseball elements to it as well. Just overall, it was a great story. All right, that concludes our spoiler-free quick review of this story. If you would like to continue with a deeper discussion with us, simply click the link below or find us on any podcast platform by searching Postbook Depression. We would love to connect with you on social media. You can find us on Instagram at Postbook Depression Podcast. You can also find us on Facebook in our discussion group, Postbook Depression Discussion Group. And you can email us anytime at postbookdepressionpodcast@gmail.com.